the West is to blame. The West is to blame for what happened to the African, to what happened to us black. The West is to blame. The Muslim or the Middle East are to blame. But is that the full story? Or is that just the easier answer?
Up against an enemy that's more heavily armed than you and with superior arms, the only way to defeat him is with guerrilla warfare. And if the oppressed people in Asia and Africa and elsewhere have to resort to guerrilla warfare to protect themselves or to gain their freedom, I think that it is only a matter of intelligence to expect 22 million black people in America eventually to develop the same strategy and the same tactics.
Welcome to Wake Up Africa, where we challenge narrative and confronting uncomfortable truth. Today, we are talking about something sensitive. Blame, because understanding the past is important. It's very important, understanding the past. But what we do next matters more. Let's be clear. History matters. Colonization, exploitation, and external interfering have had real lasting impact. Resources were taken from us in Africa, system were disrupted, and that is reality. But here's the issue. If we stay focused only on blame, we stay stuck. Because blaming explains the past. Blaming only explains the past, but it does not build the future. It doesn't build the future. At some point, responsibility has to return to us African. Responsibility has to return to us African. How we lead, how we build, how we think, because no one will care about Africa more than Africans.
Africa with 400 million black people can do it. If you cannot do it, if you are not prepared to do it, then you will die. You race of cowards, you race of imbeciles, you race of good for nothing. If you cannot do what other men have done, what other nations have done, what other races have done, then you had better die.
Here's the uncomfortable truth. Even when opportunity exists, they are not always used. Even when change is possible, it is not always pursued, and that cannot be blamed on anyone else. This is not about ignoring history. It's not about ignoring history, because history is there. History is there for us to learn, to understand, for us to learn, to understand. History is there. Because if your mindset is always looking back, all the time we're looking, you will struggle to move forward. You will struggle to move forward. Why I say that? It's like a man and female. When a woman get with a man, when the female like that man so much with all her mind and soul and body, she give all. The moment a man broke her heart, she completely shut down. Nothing else exists. She always gonna be dwelling in the past, how things it was between him and her. And she starts struggling to move forward. She starts struggling to move forward with everything. If she had children, she completely start forgetting about her own children, because her mind is still wrapped up about what happened between her and that man. It's like us, Africa, we're definitely struggling to move forward because of what happened to us and what is still happening. But real power begins when you take ownership. Taking ownership when you stop waiting and start building. When you stop blaming and start leading. When you stop depending and start creating, because the future of Africa will not be decided in the past. It will be decided by what we chose to do now. So the question is, are we ready to take control? So the real question is, are we ready to take control? Wake up, wake up, wake up, Africa. Wake up.
Africa has immense actual and potential wealth. Gold, diamond, copper, manganese, bauxite, iron ore, uranium, asbestos, chrome, cobalt, a host of other minerals. Our essential agricultural produce have all been drained away by colonialist imperialism. Africa is far from being poor. It is Africans who are poor, not Africa. And they are poor because of the uncounted profit that has been made out of the exploitation of their labor and their lands. If we are being baited to enter the European community, we must have something that community needs, and needs badly, when it pretends to offer a bonus by way of aid. When Greeks come bearing grapes, should we not look them well in the mouth? If I may mix my metaphor. But I'm sure you get my meaning. I raise this point so that it will stay.
And that is the mess for today. I will catch y'all to the next one. Drop a comment, like, and subscribe. If you think this topic is good, what is your argument? Drop a comment. We can try to talk about certain things, but I would like for y'all to think about this. Don't just be angry, but think about it. I'll catch y'all to the next one. Peace.